Welcome back to Night Fever, a fan podcast for Auckland FC, talking all things Black Knights. Today we're breaking down Auckland's 13th A-League men's fixture of the season. An away game at Melbourne City. It finished Melbourne City 2, Auckland FC 1. A tough result, but a lot to unpack. From how the teams lined up, how the game flowed, the key moments, standout players, and where both clubs go from here. In the build-up to the game, heading into this one, Auckland FC, they were leading the A-League table. They sat first on the table with 24 points after 13 games, while Melbourne City were around mid-table with 20 points from 14. Coming off recent fixtures, Auckland's form had been strong, 7 wins, 3 draws. The Black Knight fans were hopeful of backing up their league leadership with another big away result. Melbourne City, on the other hand, had patched together inconsistent form with just 1 win in their previous 6, and they were very much looking to arrest momentum on home soil. The starting lineup saw Melbourne City go with a 4-3-3. Patrick Beach in goal, Aziz Behich, Liam Bonatig, Germain Ferreira and Nathaniel Atkinson in defence. In midfield, Durakovic, Ryan T, Kai Trewin, and in attack, Medin Mameti, Max Caputo and Andrew Nabouts. Auckland FC, they went with an unchanged 11 in the form of a 4-2-3-1 formation. Michael Vau in goal, Hiroki Sakai at right back, Dan Hall and Nando Peinecker in central defence, Francis De Vries at left back, Felipe Gallegos and Verstrata in the centre of midfield, Jesse Randall out on the left wing, Logan Rogerson on the right, Sam Cosgrove up front with Lachlan Brook in behind. So compared to last week, Auckland's spine remained consistent. Steve Corica clearly trusted the continuity. The game, it was at AAMI Park in Melbourne, known as one of the most atmospheric grounds in Australian football. It held a crowd of about 5,578 for this clash. Now, this might look low on paper compared with capacity, but the travelling Auckland contingent was well represented and brought a unique energy. Chants carried well across the southern end, and you could feel the passion from both sets of supporters. It wasn't a sold-out crowd, but it was lively and created a proper contest atmosphere, perfect for a Friday night A-League spectacle. The first half was a tight tactical affair. Auckland appeared the better side in possession early, moving the ball with purpose and using width well. Statistically, City had more overall possession by half-time, but that masks some important details. Around the 45+2 stoppage period, Auckland broke the deadlock through Lachlan Brook. A well-worked move finished clinically by the Black Knights, ahead going into the break. It was a big moment and one that Auckland fans were buzzing about because it came just before the interval, giving the team belief and momentum. The first half ended City 0, Auckland 1. In the second half, the game shifted after half-time. Melbourne City came out sharper, quicker in transition and more intent in their passing forward. The big turning point was a penalty to Melbourne City in the 70th minute, which Max Caputo converted to put the hosts level. From there, City's confidence grew. Around 81 minutes, Medin Mameti nodded home the winner, assisted by Aziz Behich, and City completed a dramatic comeback to make it 2-1. Defensively, Auckland struggled to contain City's attacking rotations in the last 20 minutes, and from there, the visitors couldn't find an equaliser. Full time in Melbourne saw the score of Melbourne City 2, Auckland FC 1. Taking a look at the players from Auckland FC. Michael Vau in goal. He worked hard, but he was at fault at not coming out to the ball for Melbourne's second. De Vries, he was composed early, but was overrun later on. Pinecker remained physical and reliable. Hall had some good blocks. Sakai led from the back until that injury forced a first half change. Gallegos, he was busy in midfield, linking the play well. Verstraete, as always, battling for every ball to turn over the possession. Randall, he created chances out wide. Rogerson, energetic up and down the flank. Cosgrove held the ball up well. And Brook with that terrific first half finish. For Melbourne City, Beach in goal, he made early saves. Behich was excellent with his cross for the winner. Boateng and Ferreira, solid defensively. Atkinson, cool on the ball. Durakovic and Teague controlled tempo. Trewin composed distro. And Caputo with that calm penalty. Ameti got the big winner. And Nabout pressed high. Taking a look at the match stats, in possession, City 58% to Auckland's 42. Total shots, City only 6, Auckland's 9. On target, City had 2, Auckland with 3. The pass accuracy, City with 73 passes and 80% success rate. Pass accuracy, City with 80%, Auckland with 73. An XG of 1.92 for the home team, the visitors 0.89. Goalkeeper saves, the City keeper made 2 key saves, whereas the Auckland keeper made 0 in key moments. Corner kicks, City 2, Auckland FC 5. These stats show Auckland were competitive in many areas, but Melbourne City's finishing and second half control ultimately swung the result. Going forward for Auckland, this means they're still top of the table. A loss doesn't derail the campaign. They'll keep working on defensive transitions after scoring, and their second half slipped away. Sakai's injury is something to monitor. He's out next week. Leadership and experience will be needed elsewhere. For Melbourne City, the result is historic, their first ever win over Auckland FC. It's a confidence booster, and City will look to build momentum at home. There it is, a tough night for the Black Knights, but plenty to take forward. Next week is another test. Auckland will be back at home at Mount Smart, taking on bottom of the table Central Coast Mariners. And we'll be right there to break it all down. Thanks for tuning in to Night Fever. Up the port, up the Black Knights, and goodbye for now.